Hey warriors, how we doing? I just want to replace a thermostat in the customer's house here on. I just want to have a footage of it. So if you want to know or you want to learn how to replace your thermostat, this will be a very good video for you to watch from the beginning to the end. I'm going to take you step-by-step procedure on how to install your thermostat. Okay, basically this is a programmable thermostat, but it is the same. If you have the regular one, it is still okay. I'm going to explain the code, the wire code, how to identify the code, and just the basic things that you need to do to replace your thermostat all by yourself. You don't need a technician to do that for you. So come with me, let's go. This is the thermostat we're going to replace, and what we're going to use our Phillips screwdriver and wire stripper, if at all we will need it. Okay, but like I said, this is just a quick replacement. Okay, so we got our new thermostat here. This is our new thermostat. We try as much as possible to buy the same thermostat. So this is the content of it. It is a Next Google thermostat, and with the AAA 1.5 volt batteries. Like I said, this one is not using the common wire, that is the voltage from the unit to supply. We went for this because we realized that this house is actually an old house, and the house wasn't wired with the 24 volt, that is the common wire, so you need the batteries. Like I said, there are still some thermostat that you don't need the batteries and you don't need the common wire to power it. There's an adapter that we have to install either in the furnace or in the air handler that's going to power the thermostat. But believe me, most of these programmable thermostat, it is good to have them being powered by the unit inside. So we have the thermostat, we have the base plate. This is the base plate where I have to connect the wires, and inside the thermostat we have the AAA 1.5 volt battery. So let's go. Let's just plug. It's very easy. It's very easy to do. Just pull it out. This comes out, and when you look at these two thermostats, this is the old one, this is the new one. They look similar, almost the same, right? Almost the same thing. So that's the base. This is the base plate there. Let me turn on the light. Okay, let me go this way. So like I said, this thermostat is similar to this one. It's almost the same thing, so there's no difference. So this is the base plate. In the base plate, guys, this is the wire code I wanted to explain to you. In the base plate where the wires are connected, like I said, we have only 4 wires. 1, 2, 3, 4. If there are 5 wires, that means C, which is the common, is going to be connected. What is the function of this C terminal? This C terminal is just to bring voltage from the unit inside in order to power the thermostat. But now we don't have the C wire coming in here. There's no C wire, so there's no thermostat could be powered without the C terminal connected. Since we don't have the C thermostat, that is why we went for the one with the batteries. Okay, so let's pull it out. This one is easy to take out the wires. You just have to press here the base plate where it's connected. You pull it out. Just press it, you pull out. Press this one, you pull it out. Now guys, before you disconnect these ones, before you do the disconnection on the base plate, if you don't know where each wire is going through. Please take a picture, okay? Take a picture before you disconnect in order not to be confused, okay? But then, if you are experienced, this is where I'm going to explain to you the code, the wire code, the color code. White, most of the time, conventionally, is for W. It goes to the W terminal, which calls for heating. Now, we don't have the yellow. Conventionally, yellow, which is Y, the yellow color, which is Y, goes for this terminal, which calls for cooling. But we don't have the yellow wire here. We have but the blue. So this blue replaces the yellow. Conventionally, the red, which is R, you see the letters are the same, right? R is the 24 volt that is going to be triggered inside the unit. And G, which is green, calls for the fan. The fan inside that blows the air through, that forces the air through the unit and brings it out to your house. G, that is a function of G. So we have the W, the Y, the R, and the G. Like I said, one wire is missing here, which is the C. If we had the C, we will eliminate the batteries. Inside the thermostat, there will be no need for these batteries, and we'll just connect it like that and it will work. C, which is the common, will be able to power the thermostat, but unfortunately, we don't have that. So, I'm going to unplug this. So, the problem, what we need to know here is not the code. You just to understand if this wire goes with this one, how are you going to connect it to the unit inside? Or how are you going to connect it to the inside unit, to the air handler, or to the gas furnace? So we have this pull out, and definitely we're going to take this base plate out as well. So we use our Phillips screwdriver. Take this base plate out. So like I said, this applies to all thermostat, okay? It doesn't matter if it is a programmable or not programmable, but just understand the wires, which wire is going to. And if you are doing this yourself, make sure you take pictures. If you are a homeowner and you want to do this yourself, take picture of it and make sure buy the same thermostat that is there, so that you should just match the wires, okay? You should just match the wires and you are good to go. So, and make sure, guys, you power off the unit before you do your work. Now, this is the second phase of this installation. I'm going to explain to you what actually happens, what's going on here. So this 24 volt, these three wires here, the white, which is for the heating, which calls for heating mode, the blue here, which calls for the cooling, and the green, which calls for the fan, and this is the 24 volt. So each time you trigger a command in your thermostat, you send in a command. Maybe you put in the cool mode. This 24 volt will go with this. It's like it's going to have contact with this. 24 volt will go with the white terminal and the contact, and your unit will go for the cool mode. It will start cooling. The fan will start running and everything will be running in the cool mode. If you are calling for the heating mode, the Y, which here is the white, and the red, which is the common, will go together and you'll be calling for heating. if you want only fan to be on, fan on, this one will attach the green, will be connected to the green, and you will have your fan running. So basically this is what happened. So if you have the last wire, that means the third wire, the fifth wire coming in, that is just to power the thermostat. It doesn't have anything much to do, it's just to power the thermostat, okay? But basically this is how the thermostat functions. So whatever you give here, the thermostat will do it, will do the connection, pop, 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 and then the signal will be sent to the unit inside. So this is our new base plate. So like I said, these base plates are similar. So the same thing, just different of colors, right? So we're gonna just put this base plate in that same position where that other one came from, okay? So just for security's sake, if you have the common wire that I said is going to power the thermostat coming in, if your house is having that, never you have a contact between that common and this red. If you contact the common and the red, it's going to ground and it's going to burn down the circuit board and some other component inside the unit inside. Never you have that contact. All these wires can go together, there's no problem, okay? But then don't connect the 24 volt with the common in any way. So we just gonna run this back, put this back to the wall, screw it how that other one was.
I didn't get a chance to say goodbye, goodbye. I know it's been a year, but sometimes I still shed a tear thinking of you. What can I say? These feelings won't go
That's
away.
just how it works, okay? So like I said, it doesn't mean that if you are having the recent house they are building now, they have the common. But if you don't have it, there is still a way. If you don't have the 24 volt and you want to use the thermostat that is going to be operated with the common wire, there's a way to do it, and there are special thermostat for that. We're going to adapt the thermostat. There's an adapter inside the unit and it's going to power your thermostat here. So even this unit, we can use a thermostat without that doesn't uses the batteries, but the common wire. That means it's going to be powered by the unit inside. But that is more expensive, you know, because it is a problem solving. You are trying to correct a situation. So we're gonna send back all these wires the way they were. So the white, this is white, goes back to W. Like I said, white, W is for heating, it calls for heating. It's just gonna take this red and go with W. If I take this red and go to W, the unit will start heating, okay? Let's take our red and take it to the red terminal. Let's take our green, which is for fan. So if I take this green and put to this red manually with my hands, the fan will start running, circulating air. So let's take this green, which is for fan, and this blue was for yellow, was for white, which is for cool. So basically that is our connection. and we should go ahead and just press the thermostat on the base plate. Okay, so we're good to go. Now you can do the setup or whatever you want to set up the thermostat. So we have the setup manual here and everything. We are going to just follow the manual in order to set up the thermostat, and there we are good to go.